fire, 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 fire. I've got a lot of things to say. I have a lot of things to say about this, man. Okay, I'm ready. Whew. We're delving, chat. We're diving deep. I'm ready. 3, 2, 1, boom.
Something that's always chewing away in the back of my head, nibbling away, gnawing away like a worm in Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s brain, is the fact that possibly one of the largest streamers on any platform has one of the craziest pasts and potentially the poorest health a human being can imagine. We're not talking about Dr. Disrespect. We're not talking about XQC. Not fucking Airsoft Fatty. Okay, we're not talking about any of these guys. Ludwig, nope. Today, we're talking about Asmongold, the hero of today's story. AKA, we're doing a deep dive into the legend of Asmongold, a man of mythical status, of legend in my own mind. I'm a fan. I don't like the politics shit. I don't like any of the politics stuff. And that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about the man, the myth, the legend, Asmongold.
Yeah. Oh my god, I remember when he went to the haircut, man. I remember the shower stream too, man. That was so strong.
That's the LeBron of WoW, apparently. And looks like the guy might have shit himself over that. And it's like, think about the game, the narrative.
Dude, I remember when the guy shit himself.
That creates, right?
And exactly what makes him so mythical and what people are always talking. A lot of people hate this man, and you yourself probably have seen him. Maybe you don't have an opinion formed on him already, but you've
Chat, I've been watching him since like 2015. I remember I used to crawl out of my bed, turn on my laptop, and I would check if Cat Danny had a new Asmongold highlight post. That's how deep it goes, man. It is so strong. Ugh. It's crazy, man. WoW used to be my life, man. I used to wake up and just play WoW all the time. All the time. I did get a job eventually and I kind of had to like slow it down a bit, but yeah, I used to play it like a lot.
You've definitely seen him in his coverage of Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. He made
that
like
was big.
3,000 videos. Actually,
dude, and all of them have millions of views. He really made bank off of that with his editors.
I think it was close to 87, which is a lot.
Okay. At this point, Your Honor, Ms. Heard's counsel is asking to move into evidence and publish the jury.
I bet they are.
Defendant's Exhibit 730.
The only reason I watched the full like hour long or like even 2 hour long ones was to see Asmon's reaction. I feel like a lot of people did that.
Objection. All right. Cut the tape, guys. Cut the tape. It's just a thing. Did I win yet, guys?
So funny.
The dude's been pretty mad relevant for a while now, and he just loves posting so many videos, long, unedited
like
stream clips where he's yapping. He loves yapping.
If
farming!
You laugh at a joke from a guy that's gay, it doesn't make you gay.
What?
So if somebody says something funny and you say that's funny, but you find out later that they're gay, you didn't just become gay.
If there was a Hollywood
I'm not gay.
Walk of Fame for Twitch streamers, Asmongold would be one of the first to receive his monument. Also, because he's doing this, he's been doing this for a long time. By the way, he has legitimately posted 87 videos in regard to the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial, which is very awesome. Or at least that's according to a playlist that claims to be complete. Streamers in general blow my mind, but it blows my mind specifically that this guy has committed so much time and energy towards reacting to a trial in which two people detail some of the worst moments of their life. It was a very big deal back then, and I looked at it on stream. I made a couple videos about it, but like he
was the most successful in my opinion. I don't think I can name a single other person that had millions and millions and millions of views.
87 videos. That's like 30 hours of video.
Yeah, they tried to copy him.
Crazy. Never mind, it's way more than 30 hours.
This was at the point when I had a job and I had to go to work, and I would watch his videos on my phone because I couldn't watch the live stream. It was like if I paused it, it would like fuck it up, and like if I lost connection, it's like gone. I would wait for the editors to pump out the video and then just watch it gradually.
About 80
it was very
hours
convenient.
of footage of him talking about Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. That's legendary.
What I'm asking you, sir, is did you
God, they fucking hate each
comply
other.
with the ethical requirements?
Did you comply?
Of the APA
Dude, this guy's a clown. I remember this.
when rendering
Sir?
the professional opinions
Oh my
that
God.
you've rendered today?
It is.
This is the execute.
It is a requirement of the APA. It is not the requirement of the APA.
That's the first domino for the big legend. 2 whole work weeks of just.
If you need a foundation. Do you know whether
Farming.
the records, medical records,
Oh my God.
from your EMT were produced in discovery? in this
Objection,
case?
Your Honor. Lack of foundation calls.
She was such a boss about this whole trial too. I remember at the end of the trial, he was so happy with her. It was Depp's lawyer, or one of his 3 lawyers. It was a group of 3, but she was the one that got praised a lot. Yeah, it was Camilla. Kamimi.
I'm asking.
Overruled if she knows.
Thank you.
Yes.
Great, we've made progress. Yes.
That's what we gotta sound like, dude. Reaction channels, commentary channels. That's just after a while. You shut up. That's what I usually say whenever my TV's yapping at me. Yeah, dude.
Jesus.
80 hours, 3 full days. No eat, no piss, no fart, no make sweet, sweet love. 3 days just talking about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Either way. It doesn't matter. Something else cool about it is the fact that very few of these videos have under 500,000 views, which means he could have made millions of dollars off all these videos. The guy is a legend. And by the way, spent none of it. He spent none of the money, especially not on like health or cleaning stuff or anything that normal people spend money on. Lay down. Quit doing that.
He cleaned up his place a little bit. Oh, am I kidding? He cleaned it barely, and he didn't do nothing.
I'm in a garage. I like watching the ants come in. I like watching the ants come in. They're all down there. I'm like kind of like my own personal little Asmongold. Got a little colony down here. I'm in a garage though. Okay, there's no ants in my house. I've got to say, this whole ant bug thing, I'm bringing this up real early because this shit is mind-boggling. If you don't know anything about Asmongold, you're in for quite a wild ride. Do you guys remember that clip in TLC with 1,000-Pound Sisters where they put the behind Amy Slayton while she was talking about how dirty her house was and how sad it made her, and there was a that climbed up the wall? Remember that?
In the past, on my YouTube channel, a cockroach was in my video, and then the fans and haters seen it, and people were hating on it.
Yeah, but when Asmon had a cockroach crawl on him, he did not care at all.
So much. And I tried so hard not to show them in my videos and stuff, and then y'all see them, and it's just hard.
That's how Asmongold is. In real life, not added in post with VFX. This is real life. Who is Asmongold, or Zach Rohr? However you want to refer to the man, he hasn't always been a React streamer. He hasn't always been the man who he is now and what he's become in recent years. In fact, as of the writing of this video, he's reacting to his subreddit to over 25,000 people right now. That's pretty cool, and he does this type of shit every single day. The guy is prolific.
If I die in El
Chat, we gotta start pumping up those numbers on our Reddit, man.
Elden Ring, it's the game's fault, it's my mouse's fault, it's the computer's fault, it's chat's fault for distracting me, and there are a number of other faults that it is, except for mine. So yes, obviously it's not my fault.
25,000, that's a lot. How do you get this large-ass audience? Well, World of Warcraft. Ever heard of it? Wow.
What's up, y'all? It's me, it's your boy Asmongold, and today we're gonna take a look at how Arms Warriors.
Chat, the first video I ever saw from him was Mop Timeless Isle Farming. I think he released it in like 2015, I think? No. Maybe it was earlier than that. I can't remember.
Gonna be playing in patch 6.2.
Before he was a streamer, he made World of Warcraft YouTube videos with his original WoW channel, uploading his first video in November of 2013, 2 years after my first video. So take the L, Asmon.
But as I said before, you gotta start from the bottom to get to the top.
My first video was how to mod Borderlands on Xbox 360. Yours is way worse than mine.
All right, you guys, I'm going to show you how to mod Borderlands today.
Oompaville was a little kid! Oh my god!
It's Pretty easy. A lot easier than modding Fallout New Vegas, I think. A lot safer and
oh my god,
have a better chance of doing it. So
after posting a lot of WoW content, including bangers
cute,
like
man.
my
That's cute.
rant about learning real-world skills from playing World of Warcraft, in which he says that if he was an employer and his guild acted in person like they do in game, there's no way he'd hire them.
If I was an employer and I knew how half of like the people that I've raided with and the people that I raid with now actually act when things don't go their way, there would be no fucking way I would want that person in my guild.
So true, by the way. I had so much issue with people who would start shit in guilds over either loot or women hitting on men or women asking for loot drops because they showed their boobs to one of the officers. Oh my god, man. It was awful. I hated it. I totally get it.
Working for me. There's no way at all.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. There's also another video titled Elliot Rogers Played WoW. If you guys don't know who Elliot Rogers is, he's a murderer. He's a murderer who had a YouTube channel, and yeah, there's a lot of content about him. I don't even know if you're allowed to put like pictures of him on YouTube anymore. I'm not sure. He's yeah, it's bad. Pretty bad stuff. Between November 5th, 2013 and July 5th, 2014, Asmongold uploaded 198 videos about World of Warcraft. That's a lot. For his 199th video, he uploaded a video titled Streaming, in which he announced that he was going to begin streaming.
I'm going to start streaming.
He also talked about raccoons in his house, which is a small piece of a much larger puzzle
dead raccoon in his house, man.
we will talk about shortly.
Last night I did, let's see, what did I do? Oh, I did ICC. I talked about raccoons in my house and how they got in my house and then how I got them out of my house. And I think I did one other thing, and I don't even remember what that was.
Maybe that was his 199th upload, by the way. I'm not sure the significance of that, assuming no videos are deleted or anything along those lines, which I'm assuming is probably not the case because of the Elliot Rogers video still there. You think he would have deleted something else. Anyways, 2 years ago, he reacted to a stream announcement and how it got 250 viewers, which is very impressive for a first stream, for anyone really.
The first stream that I ever did, I got 250 viewers. Like, a lot of people tuned in to watch the stream.
He then
Chat, if you want to start streaming, start making YouTube content. Asmongold said it himself about 1 million times, but it's so true. Do not just start streaming and start expecting the people to funnel in, man.
reacted to the raccoons in his house by laughing, facepalming a bit, and saying nothing ever changed. And that was 2 years ago, which was 8 years after the announcement.
I talked about raccoons in my house and how they got in my house and then how I got them out of my house. And I think I did one other thing, and I don't even remember what that was. And so...
The best thing about this is the fact that, like, nothing ever changed.
Still
like, nothing
raccoons.
ever, like, it's always been, it's been the same the whole time. Nothing's changed.
When Asmongold started streaming on the Asmongold Twitch channel, it was, of course, a lot of WoW content. It's just thing. He grew the channel to 3.5 million followers while continuing to post YouTube videos on the OG Asmongold channel. It was the heyday, pretty much.
What's up, y'all? It's me. It's your boy, Asmongold. And today I figured I'd do a little holiday video for everybody.
Just kidding. He's still growing massively. He's not fallen off even a little bit. One thing that's odd, and I don't know the lore for, and with a 5-minute Google search, I couldn't find the information for. I've also reached out to Asmongold before, and he just ignored me, or just didn't see the DM on Twitter or whatever. Either way, doesn't matter to me.
Oh, he doesn't check Twitter or DMs on Twitter, probably.
He's got massive, big-time, ultra YouTube internet legend status in my eyes, so kind of cool. Kind of cool. Whatever. I guess. I don't have any idea. I'm sure someone will be like, well, actually, dude, he's got on him. That's awesome. That's cool.
Dog.
You got, and you're like 30. You're a legend in my book. I'm having limited respect for you. You're a millionaire. You made $1 million just reacting to this bitch.
I hate people that say that they don't respect him just because he's like dirty and shit. I just find that so like disingenuous. You have no idea what like people respect, like, for example, like football players, and they're like, yeah, he's an amazing football player. It's like, well, like, you don't know what they're like behind closed doors without the media looking at them. They could be fucking gross too. You just don't know. Asmon's just kind of open about it, and he doesn't care, and people generally don't care.
This shit, and you still got raccoons crawling on you. That's Crazy.
Who cares?
Crazy cool. One thing that's odd is both the original Asmongold YouTube and Twitch channels have been abandoned, which is strange. He stopped posting on his YouTube channel after 919 videos, with his last upload being in October of 2018. And he stopped streaming on the Asmongold Twitch back in 2022 and has been since streaming on his second channel, Zachroar, which is not a partner channel and is therefore not monetized.
That's why it's triggered? Bro, why do you keep watching it? Like, just turn off the stream if a dirty room triggers you. Just walk away from the computer. Like, what? Who cares?
Pretty cool. Guy's awesome. What a legend. This channel is massive for not being able to make any money for the streamer nor the...
Does Oompa address why Asmon, like, stopped streaming, I wonder? I'll let him cook. If he doesn't, then I'll probably bring it up myself. He doesn't, not really. Asmon said on stream, for the record, that he kind of just doesn't have the mental state to be like Asmongold, and he like freaks himself out because he's like so famous, I guess. It puts a lot of pressure on him. Yeah, Asmon does not equal Zach. Yeah, it's like a mental block. Again, I am not Asmon, it's just what he said. I'm kind of paraphrasing of what he's said in the past. But I do feel bad for him. I understand it. Like, he's so famous that he just doesn't want to be Asmon anymore, where he's like putting pressure on himself to perform, play video games. He only started reacting, basically, because he started doing Zachroar shit. Asmongold is his wrestling gimmick. He doesn't want to live the gimmick. Yeah, kinda. Like, he doesn't rage out anymore. He used to rage out all the time. Having no ads is a huge contributor to his numbers. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Platform in which it's hosted on, it probably costs Twitch a shit ton of money that
it's
he
like
just
20,000,
the seventh largest channel on the whole platform, according to Twitch Tracker, which might need to be taken with a grain of salt. He's averaging 26,500 streams and now primarily focusing on just chatting and not World of Warcraft. I assume it takes a lot of bandwidth and they're not making their money back, which sucks. Or does it? I like it. Take the L. He actually talked about how much money he costs Twitch in a recent video. Apparently, he cost them about $8,000 a stream, and
I thought it was $30,000 a month, and this is a stream, and he streams multiple times a day. Oh my god!
And he says he tries to stream every single day, but he subtracts 20 days missed from the year, so it's 345 days. That's about $2.8 million he costs Twitch a year.
If you look at this, let's go in here. We're going to say that I've streamed for about 8 hours right now. We're going to say that we have 9,000 viewers right now. We're going to put the average at about 8,000.
Okay.
If every one of you is watching at 1080p and you have been the whole time, it costs Twitch $4,360 to run this stream.
That's a lot.
That is why Twitch is losing money. This is the reason. Per year? No, for this stream. That's this stream, not per month. This singular stream at 8 hours of streaming.
Dan must fucking hate me.
I've been trying to talk to him to get him affiliated and partnered, but he just won't do it.
Kick that guy off. What? And he's dirty?
Surprised.
He's got bugs on him? What? To be fair, though, the estimate does come from a website that estimates the cost of bandwidth for Twitch, which I love using the website. It's pretty cool. It could be more. It could be less. There is a reason that Amazon bought Twitch, because they have AWS, and it's like, you know, vertical integration. Classic. Though just over a week ago, Mr. Asmongold himself said on a stream that there's a good chance he'll have to partner the channel that so that Twitch will play ads on it so they can start making something.
I might have to partner the channel
off the content that he's just react farming and then uploading it to YouTube and making a bunch of money off of. It's pretty funny. They've got to hate that guy. They're just waiting for him to slip up, I bet. Yeah, man. He's been doing fine off of YouTube, I assume, if he's been doing it right and actually activating the ads. He's also a founder of OTK, one of the biggest creator organizations, One True King, bunch of well-known people in there. Jay Schlatt, S-Fan, Mizkif, etc. He's doing fine.
Soda poppin'.
And realistically, whatever amount of money Asmongold has coming in, he doesn't need that much of it. He's a very simple guy. Most people don't need that much money. He's not flexing Rolexes and shit like XQC.
How are you supposed to...
Oh yeah, that's another really good point. I remember him bringing that up as well. He said that the pressure of people subbing to him makes him, like, psychs him out. Because he feels like he has to put on a good show and not just stream because he likes it. Yeah, I totally get that. I know several streamers that have talked about it. They're like, I can't stop streaming because I feel obligated. Like, if I take a break for 2 weeks, I feel obligated to do it. Hi, Angie, what up?
Close that. Like this? And in a recent interview, he says that he only utilizes about 1% of his income.
I probably spend less than 1% of what I make.
Yep.
And I don't really spend any money for any reason unless it's eating food. Unless it's something that's like related to my job.
1%? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I believe that. I do. Probably like the only money he spends is on $2 steaks, Wendy's. He doesn't even shower that often, so you can't have like a really big water bill either. And Dr. Pepper, that's right. I like Dr. Pepper personally. It's not my favorite, but I like it.
That's crazy. Frugal. Living within his means.
And he owns the house. Yeah, this is his family's house.
What are you gonna do with the other 99%? No. What are you gonna do with that? You ain't gonna spend all that, are you? Probably not. What the the point? Might as well throw it in the trash or something. Or give it to me.
The dark side of Asmongold.
In spite of being able to sell out a sports stadium worth of live viewers every single day, there's a dark side to Asmongold, aka Zach Rohr, aka Zach, aka the guy that reacted to and talked about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard for 3 consecutive days straight with no time for poo, pee, fart, shit, piss, drink, eat. A lot of people have seen this darker side. They know the meme. They know the mythical status of this man's life, but the average content consumer may not know. And that's what the point of this video today is. I think this shit is so interesting. Genuinely, I do. I do not understand it even one little amount, but I love it, I tell you what. So, Zachary has lived in the same house for over 10 years. And under normal circumstances, that's normal. You found a place you love. There's no need to move. You should, maybe if you love the house, you should take care of it. If not,
wait, he has been living there. Wait, what did he say?
To move, that's normal. You found a place you love.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's lived there his whole life. That's like his family house, no? Yeah, I think he got some misinfo or something.
There's no need to move. You should, maybe if you love the house, you should take care of it. If not for your safety, then at least for your health, which is the only thing human beings actually have. Two things. Their attention, their observation, their ability to rationalize, and their health, their physical health. Mental, acuity, attention, physical health, or whatever. Zach has documented how he does anything but take care of his home and therefore himself as an extension of the things that he lives in and loves.
Well, his parents didn't either, to be fair.
He has documented this over the many years of him making content, just sort of nonchalant. You see, while Zach Rohr might be his second Twitch channel, it's actually the name of his first YouTube channel. He started uploading to the Asmongold YouTube channel 10 years ago, but Zach Rohr saw its first upload 15 years ago, titled The Rat. All right,
The Rat!
This is where it gets crazy. The video begins with Zach getting hit in the head with—
Dude, look at this VHS quality. That is insane.
Some kind of wooden beam. And he heads inside and you see the state of the home that he lives in. There's
I know it's a digi recorder, but
all
still.
over the kitchen floor. Debris.
Yep. That's the rat. Seen this. 244p, but you can still tell it's a rat!
Everywhere. And smack dab in the middle of this debris is a rat. It almost feels like an episode of Hoarders. You remember that guy Glenn?
It's
the guy with 1,000
boss.
rats?
People say, what would you ever want a rat for? Don't knock it till you try it.
Zach's video titled The Rat is reminiscent to me of the moment in which Glenn from Hoarders began his rat obsession and eventually ended up with 1,000 rats. Zach did not do this.
They're everywhere. They are coming out of the walls, out of the mattresses. He sees them as his children.
Instead, Zach became a very famous and successful Twitch streamer. It's similar, it's reminiscent,
with
but
rats
it's not
in his
the same.
house.
Clearly. Back to the video. He shakes the box around and then he takes the rat outside and dumps it in the trash can. It looks like it's dead. I think it is. I don't know if he killed it or maybe it was dead when he was filming. I'm not exactly sure. I have no clue, but it's motionless.
I've seen it.
And it does not look good. I'd say it's not that sanitary of a living condition if there is a alive or dead rat within the walls of your home. A rat!
Oh, shit! A rat!
Not a mouse. A rat!
It's a motherfucking rat. I'm gonna whoop your ass! I'm gonna whoop your ass!
Like a medieval rat. What's wrong with you? Stop it. A rat, dude. Have you ever? I've never seen a rat, I don't think, in real life. I mean, I had pet rats.
I had a mouse in my apartment one time, and that's because I live right next to a field, and that mouse, it was really, really cold that winter, and I think it climbed through, the, what is it called? Like the heating elements or something? Because it would always run into the kitchen underneath, what is it called? The oven. And eventually my cat caught it. My cat is such a good hunter too, but yes. It was a little mouse, and it was a tiny little field mouse too. And I also saw them outside. Yeah. Yeah, what up, Free Hooks? Even the silent ones.
Like you see mice and stuff. But a rat? The rat video is only scraping the surface, too, which is very cool. 13 years ago, Zach uploaded a video titled Asmongold's Lair, which showcased the sorry state he subjects himself to every single day.
But I'm not gonna backseats physician this shit, but it's like, it might be a hoarding issue. Let's be realistic. There's definitely some underlying issues. But again, I'm always under the impression that you can't help someone. They can only help themselves.
With fast food so old, he can't remember when it's from. And a desk and floor completely covered in microplastics.
I don't even remember when I had that. Here's my desk.
Oh, yeah! This must be Wrath of the Lich King! Oh my god! Look! It's the Frostbrew Drake. Frostbound Drake? Frostworm? Fuck, I can't remember what it's called. Frostbound Worm Drake thing. From Frostbound Proto Drake? No, this is not a Proto Drake. This is the one, the 25-man or the 10-man ICC Achievement Drake. Frostbrood Vanquisher. That was it! Yes! That one. The skeleton one.
There you go.
Yep, there it is. That's a 10-man. That's a 10-man
Reminds me
one,
of
I'm pretty sure.
that movie Signs, leaving the drinks all around. Dude, I leave some shit around on my desk. Nothing like that, man.
Me too. I have an empty water bottle. I have 5 figurines, a plushie, a head massager, and a scalp massager, and nail polish, and my phone. Yep, that's my desk.
And I imagine being in Asmon's house is like playing Russian roulette, except with 3 fully loaded revolvers. And the one that is unloaded is the only drink in the entire house that doesn't have a colony.
Look, there's like mold in this one!
Of living things within it. No wonder there was an issue with rodents. Come on! He even uploaded a video about his raccoon magnets. And every time they would catch a raccoon, they'd put a magnet on their fridge. And, you know, that was 13 years ago. There were 6 of them. I wonder if the tradition still lives on to this very day. I assume not. He should sell raccoon magnets, though. That'd be kind of cool. I'd buy one. Now, I concede that it could potentially take a long time for someone to change their ways, or specifically to realize the error in their ways in which they need to then change their ways. And it's cool.
Well, he did say recently, a couple of weeks ago, he said that he got rid of his old mattress and cleaned up a little bit because it actually became hard to breathe in his house because Emmy and Tectone came over and they said they developed rashes and not asthma, but like they had trouble breathing inside of his house and then afterwards as well. Yeah.
To look back and see Zach 6 years later. He gave us an update in 2017. Pretty early into the video, he says it's 8:30 a.m. and he's ready to go to bed.
It's about 8:30 in the morning. I'm getting ready to go to bed. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on here because it's in the dark, but you guys can just kind of guess.
Which is
it's cleaner.
Awesome.
Sure.
So, you know, that hasn't changed. Wow. He
went to a trip to a podcast or something, said he felt better outside his house. Yeah, that's what he said. He said his house has the scarlet rot. He had a debuff on him the whole time.
This is a man we're looking at. He's prioritizing his video game addiction over any kind of human being living. He shows us his desk after showing us a full 30 rack of Dr. Pepper on the ground.
Oh, hell yeah.
There are definitely less styrofoam cups, which is good, but there's still quite a few of them. 30 rack of Dr. Pepper, dude. Huge.
That's an improvement. That is definitely an improvement from 2009 or 2010.
On that, I love Dr. Pepper. I think it is the nectar of the gods. It's delicious. It's nutritious. Just kidding. It's terrible for you. Don't drink it. Don't drink. I don't know if there's more or less in this update video. Maybe his desk is just bigger. Maybe there's more room for all of them on the right side of the L rather than in front of him and on the floor around him. And we do also see that he's got the big old thing of Dr. Pepper cans, which means he's using less microplastics, less styrofoam, but still drinking a shit ton of soda, which is cool. You know, got to keep that up. Got to stay hydrated. Still surrounded by old.
Ugh. The day I found out, well, not found out, I should say, the day I realized it wasn't an act, he was doing some sort of charity stream where he cleans up, like, his room for, like, you know, people to donate, and then he gives it to charity. He picked up a Wendy's bowl, and there was so much mold covering the Wendy's chili that the spoon kind of stuck together with the mold, stuck to the chili. And he like showed it to the camera and it was like not moving because it was like solidified. It was like petrified. Asmon versus Pippa. I think Asmon's got her beat. Asmon's got her beat 100%. He also said he used a rat as an alarm clock because the sun would hit the rat and it would start smelling. Yes, that's a classic. That's a classic. Yep.
Food that's rotting and molding, and you know, it sits next to him where he spends 10 plus hours of his day, so it's just seeping into his body, his respiratory system, his pores. He just probably smells like—
I would love for an unbiased doctor to like analyze him and tell him like, hey, you have like airborne like clogged mold in your lungs.
Like old food. So yeah, cool little cheeky 6-year update. Let's see how he's doing in 2021. 4 years after this, we get a video titled "A Day in the Life of Asmongold."
Oh yeah,
us his
Wendy's.
Breakfast, the most important meal of the day, and he starts off strong with a delicious, nutritious meal of everything a human body needs to function and properly fuel itself through the day. A Reese's genius. A Reese's genius.
And I just want to start off first thing of the day here is I want to have my first breakfast. And we're going to get one of these here.
Oh my god.
There we go. We got ourselves a Reese's peanut butter tree.
Maybe there'll be a good meal in the day somewhere. Nope. He goes to Wendy's and then later Jack in the Box.
Fingers.
It astounds me that he's still like alive and hasn't had like extreme health issues. I think the only one he's had that he's actually publicly talked about is that he had horrible back pain and he goes to like a chiropractor or something.
Cross, gentlemen. We're over here at Jack in the Box now.
Not to mention, there's a nice 12 hours of seated computer time between those two meals. How is he so thin? How is this? How does that work? Yeah, I guess it's like he's malnourished, right? Like that's a lot of people say. There's some people who are skinny fat. They're just not good at metabolizing food compared to like someone who's morbidly obese, and they can eat like the same amount as someone, but the food is so low quality and their body's just so allergic to it. Causes so much inflammation, their body works so inefficiently to digest it that they just don't gain any weight. They just gain fat. Their muscle, you know. Anyway, I mean, it looks like it could be possible. Also in this video, it looks like his hair doesn't look too great. It seems like he may have gone a while without showering. Shortly after uploading that video, he uploaded a video revealing that he hadn't showered in a month.
Hey guys, it's me again.
Yep, this is a classic. And then someone made a joke about the Warhammer Nurgles. That he's the king of the Nurgles.
And last night I ended what happened to be the longest streak that I've ever had of not taking a shower.
I don't need to
shower. About a month and a
shower.
half.
I've got to say, that's awesome. That's awesome. Occasionally I'll go 3 or 4.
Earth Shield stacks. That is a true World of Warcraft reference right there. He's at full 8 stacks. No one's getting through that.
4 days. I don't think I've ever gone more than 3 or 4. Actually, I went camping for an entire week. So I went, well, a whole week I didn't go with a shower. I didn't have a shower. You know, that's a lot. That was outside. I just can't imagine that. I just really can't imagine that. What's the reasoning behind it? I don't know. Will we ever find out? We kind of figure out a little bit of it. This abstinence from the shower was during a break he was taking from streaming, and he said that he only showered in the first place so he wouldn't look bald on stream. And since he wasn't streaming, there was no need to shower.
There were a number of reasons why I take showers. I think one of the big reasons is so I don't look bald whenever I'm streaming, but I'm not streaming right now, so I'm pretty much good. Now, the reason I broke this streak, as you guys can see, my hair is, well, I still do look bald, but this is about as good as it gets.
Yeah,
nowadays, at least.
He also says that he broke the streak because he thought he needed to be somewhere, so he showered for that, but he ended up not actually having to go, so he showered for no reason.
I thought that I had to be somewhere today, but apparently I don't have to be there, so I...
Look, he's considerate enough to shower because he's going somewhere. Think about that, chat. That's a lot more considerate than most people, okay?
Pretty much showered for nothing, and I ruined, you know, what turned out to be a pretty good thing.
That's pretty cool. Hey, man, clean your penis. Clean your tip. Zach, clean your tip. And your ball sack. And your gooch. And your asshole, please. And your armpits. And your mouth. The inside, wash your, brush your teeth. Everything else, you don't need to wash any of that stuff. You don't need to wash your hair. You don't need to wash your face. It's all nonsense. But clean your mushroom tip. And your asshole.
Why is he so specific?
Please. More of this video talks about how he got a girlfriend and that she demanded he shower more, which meant he had to do laundry more, and that was a lot of work because you have to pick up the clothes off the ground.
I got a girlfriend, and she was not particularly happy with this designated showering days thing, and she pretty much insisted that I move it up to about 3 or so, and that was... that was a lot of work. You gotta change your clothes after you shower. That means you gotta do laundry. If you gotta do laundry, that means you gotta pick the clothes up off the floor. It's a lot of work. You gotta deal with it.
That's based. I hate laundry. I think that's lame as shit. It's one of the reasons I have a girlfriend.
I hate washing dishes more than I hate doing laundry. On God.
Just kidding,
That's
guys.
my biggest
We assume
gripe.
he's gotten better, but even as recently as 2 years ago, he talks about only showering once a week. So I don't really know.
Listen, guys, I know this might be a surprise, but I shower about once a week, maybe somewhere around there. Like whenever my hair, like the main reason why I shower is whenever my hair looks bad on stream.
Now, I mentioned jokingly to wash your an asshole, but there are plenty of health risks when you don't shower enough and you're disgusting and you live in filth. And
yeah, once a week from a month is actually a big improvement. Come on.
you eat terrible foods and are a health risk, basically. Have you ever heard of an outbreak monkey? Yeah, not good. Also, you shouldn't shower too much either, like every other day, every 2 days, something along those lines. Overcleaning is bad, according to Harvard Medical School.
By the way, I had chatters trying to tell me that overcleaning is not a thing. I remember when I had around about like 50 or 80 viewers or like 100 viewers, like average. I remember there was a big fucking argument in my chat of people that tried to convince me that overcleaning is not a thing. And I was like, bro, unless you're like going to the gym or like working out or like doing construction, like you do not need to shower every fucking day. You do not. You just don't. Like, you're sweating a little bit, you're not doing anything.
There is such a thing as overcleaning. It gets rid of too much oil off your skin, and there's like little colonies of bacteria that live all over your body, and they can't live in a sterile environment. And the absence of normal microorganisms on any organ of your body can even lead to the reduction of what's called immune memory, and your body won't create the normal protective antibodies that it needs to protect itself from all sorts of different things. So wash your in your asshole, and then other than that, take it easy. Sorry, mushroom tip. So yeah, overcleaning potentially bad. Doesn't mean you should shower once a month. That's not recommended by doctors. Once a day is fine.
That's the medieval regiment.
Hey, guys, also turns out leaving food and drinks out in your home for days or months in this case at a time, it can impact your health. The U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service has a page about molds and the molds that grow on food and the potential dangers that these molds can cause.
So
allergic
gross.
Reactions, respiratory problems. In some instances, they can...
I hate it when I see like moldy fruit in my fridge. It drives me insane. It makes me so upset. I don't know how people can like have like moldy food on their freaking table. When Fillion said I have moldy Chick-fil-A on my table, I'm like, you're lying. Like, come on, you're lying. Like, come on.
Produce poisonous mycotoxins that make you sick. Black molds. Black mold's very bad. I love mold. Every now and then I'll get a loaf of bread that's really moldy. I'll like let one mold, and then I'll put the bag around my head and I'll go.
That's not healthy.
I don't do drugs or smoke or anything like that, but I do. I hermetically, hormetically interact with mycotoxins.
Why?
Hormetic mycotoxin.
This guy's just as bad as Aspen. What?
Moment.
I'm kidding.
Just kidding, don't do that. Mold's not the only substance that can have an impact on your health, and after Asmongold's month without showering, he posted a video talking about why he doesn't drink or use recreational drugs. Some of his reasons are totally understandable reasons.
Yeah.
Perfectly based, perfectly red pill.
Today, I want to talk to you all about why I don't smoke, why I don't do any recreational drugs, and why I don't drink.
He'd rather have his money spent on video games as opposed to drinking or drugs.
At the very early stages, right, back in middle school, whenever I first had some of my friends drinking and smoking weed, maybe doing a few other drugs too, but mostly just like, the casual middle school, early high school stuff. Why I didn't do it then, pretty fucking simple. I could spend $30 on weed, or I could spend $30 on a video game.
He's also worried about developing an addiction, potentially.
Whenever I was a little kid, this might sound kind of crazy, but whenever I was a little kid, I always expected that I would grow up and be a drug addict. Because, watch the streams, or not streams, watch, movies and stuff, and, it's like, yeah, that'd probably be me. I'm kind of like a crazy guy, and these crazy guys doing these drugs, yeah, I could do that. And then I got older and I realized that they were expensive, and I changed my mind.
He has a family history of substance abuse.
He used to drink all the time, and we've had a number of alcoholics in the family, and I asked my dad, I'm like, oh, what happened to Grandpa? And alcohol poisoning. Okay, what happened to your great uncle whoever? Oh, that liver failure.
Yeah, that's very common in a lot of families, actually.
Starting to see a pattern here.
He also acknowledges in that video that he does not live a healthy lifestyle and that he does do some unhealthy things.
I do not live the healthiest life. I live like an animal. I've always lived like an animal. I do not treat my body like a temple. I treat it like a zoo. And I've always done things like this.
But he wants to minimize the amount of unhealthy things that he does.
And he always tells chat not to live like him. Me too.
Point is that I do some unhealthy things as well. Let's keep that to as much of a minimum as possible.
He's like looking at it as if it's like a kind of an in and out stat point, and he didn't upgrade any points into drugs and alcohol, which to me, I feel like you're better off probably drinking drugs and doing alcohol in moderation than you are just completely avoiding those things and then not showering for a month. But I don't really know. I also don't drink and I don't do drugs. I literally do not. I suck. I'm an incredibly boring person, and people have only liked me since I've been an old man, and people are like, now there's not drinking as much or doing as many drugs. But when I was like 20 years old, I didn't have any friends. Nobody loved me. So me and Asmongold can...
I don't know, man. I disagree. I feel like not showering does more damage to, first of all, your wallet. Not showering compared to drugs. Drugs do more damage to everyone around you and yourself and your wallet than not showering. The only person you're harming, realistically, if you're not in a relationship, it's just yourself.
Relate on that. Just kidding, that was me. Don't put that in. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. He's a great guy. I don't know. He's got cockroaches on him. I don't know. He's legendary. That's for damn sure. Son of a... I'll also say, though, there is a difference between eating healthy and living healthy, because you can go eat like McDonald's and shit and then have a clean house and not expose yourself to irritants, molds, mycotoxins, etc. You don't have to do one or the other. You can there's other ways to maximize the stat points. He minimized all the stat points of both of those things, and that's why we see videos of his living conditions where there are millions of ants in his house, thousands. I have hundreds in my garage here, but I'm in a garage. I can't stop them. There's a garage door right there, and just creatures get in here. It's crazy.
Look, it's his choice, man. He can clearly afford maids. There's something stopping him, or he just wants to be like that. Like, he just wants to live in his filth.
spider right there that's like this big around. He's got millions of ants in his house, maybe billions. I'm not exactly sure. Doesn't address them. There's also cockroaches climbing on him.
Classic.
Literally climbing on him in his room. This is disgusting, by the way, but you might think the one place that might be clean in the Asmongold world, the shower. His shower was at one point so nasty because he threw up in it and left it for months, claiming that it melted the bottom of his shower curtain. And
ew, I can believe that. Your throw up has acid in it. I believe that, actually. If you leave it long enough, it probably does. Yeah. Doesn't want any to throw away stuff that might have emotional value to him. Yeah, that's what, like, again, I really, really hate it when people backseat and try to do this whole, like, oh, I know what I'm talking about. I'm a doctor. I'm a psychiatrist. I think he really, really loves his mom. And it's really, really sad to think about it. But he is a hoarder because of that, probably. He has a lot of, like, attachment to his, like, house, his items. And when one of his viewers sent him a picture, like a poster of him and his mom hugging, he actually almost cried on stream. Or he did, I can't remember, but it was pretty touching. It was sad.
His mom had to clean it up after some was still on the bottom of the curtain and it started to smell like barbecue.
Gross.
So I don't know what the fuck that means. It's disgusting. All this was in a story he told to Trainwrecks in person.
I threw up in my bathtub one time and it was there for about a few months, and my mom finally cleaned it up. And a few years after that, I kept going in there and I'd always smell this very strong scent of hickory smoked barbecue.
Wait, is that Mitch Jones as well? Yeah, I think it is. Young Mitch Jones.
That's disgusting. The best thing ever. Oh, and I had cleaned all this stuff, so I never thought anything. And then we replaced the shower curtain, and I saw at the bottom of the shower curtain was melted with rotten puke. And it oxidized into the point where it smelled like barbecue. And I almost didn't really want to get rid of the shower curtain.
So yeah, that's pretty damn bad. I'm gonna be honest. I
also think there's an element to his parents living like that, and his mom was also like a chronic smoker as well. Oh, did we get ads as well? Shit! This is why Asmon does so well with his yapping! He doesn't get hit by ads all the time! It's not fair! Boom.
It's pretty abhorrent, disgusting, degenerate, etc. But my god, is it legendary. Smells must be something that Asmongold doesn't pay that much mind to, if any mind at all. He uses a dead and decaying rat as an alarm clock at one point.
The thing is, I used to use a dead rat as an alarm clock, actually, for my stream. Because basically what happened was, whenever the sun would come up, it would start cooking the corpse of the rat, and then it would start smelling again.
And he lives in Texas, by the way, so it's like really humid and hot where he lives. You just know that it smells so bad.
And then the smell would wake me up. So I would use the rat effectively as an alarm clock. And as soon as it, you know, it got hot enough, it would wake me up, and then I would know, oh shit, it's time to stream.
That's pretty badass. Also left a rat in a room full of junk that had just piled up for 5 or 6 years before he cleaned it, and then covered the stain with a rug.
Anyway, what happened is that a rat got in there and it died. And so I was like, man, this smells really bad. We've got to deal with this problem with the dead rat in that room. So I closed the door. And that was pretty much about it. Yeah, so I didn't go in the room anymore. So anyway, I go back. This is like 5 or 6 years later.
This is how this man lives. He kind of just shuts the door behind him and doesn't think about it. It's a coping mechanism. Is this man just human penicillin at that point? He has to be? Yes, I think so. I think he has an immunity to like black mold at this point.
I'm going to clean up this room. And I actually did. It was like, I felt like Hercules, like cleaning the stables, right? Where he's like commanded by Zeus. And like there was just so much shit in there. It was insane. It took me a week to clean this out. And I had to throw things away, fill up my garbage can. We have like the biggest size garbage can we could possibly have. I filled it up every single fucking week with stuff. and it took like 3 weeks to get everything out of the window.
God.
And it was kind of annoying to me, but you know, we got rid of them and the problem got solved. And there was like a big there's like a stain on the floor, and so I put a rug over it, and everything's fine now.
So yeah.
There's a stain, I just put a rug over it. It's less bad than, you know, closing the door behind you.
It's a miracle that he's still the fine specimen that he is. Just kidding. The effects of the way that this man lives are seemingly clear. It's pretty clear it's affected his body quite badly. And when you ask the question,
oh yeah, the infamous blood wall. Yep.
The red marks on the wall in this video, you'll find the answer that he was wiping blood from his teeth on the walls.
Because his teeth were rotting out of his face, and the pain was so bad that he would lay in bed waiting for them to fall out, because when they fall out, the nerve finally dies. That's why when he used to have no money, basically, and he was streaming, and he made us, like in the first couple of years of his streaming, he used to cover up his mouth all the time because he had no teeth, and it was obvious. Yeah, I remember watching a highlight about that, and I felt pretty bad for him. They didn't have, like, dental insurance, so he was, like, too poor to fix them, so he just waited for them to fall out. And by the way, I had a sinus, a clogged sinus that was above my new tooth, and that was unironically one of the worst pains I've ever been in, because it was like irritating a nerve in my fucking face. Having pain in your face is insanely bad. Would you say the beginning of his stream career came with some teething issues? You're so funny. Mods, can we ban that guy? Are you feeling about it? No, it's fine now, but like I might have to go to a doctor and figure it out, because I do not want to go through that pain again. I have some sort of sinus thing that gets irritated.
We didn't have to get out of bed.
That's gross.
What? That's crazy. How do you even do that? Your teeth were bleeding. How are your teeth bleeding, dude? So you didn't have to get out of bed? I had a little booger area when I was a kid. When I was like an infant, like 4 or 5 years old, there was a little booger wall. A little booger area, and then I got in a lot of trouble, and I'd stop because I'm normal, or at least I'm not even that normal. I have ASD level 3 or ASD level 1. I don't know. I got Asperger's. There's no excuse. Asmon's teeth not doing too good.
Picking your nose is a sign of intelligence, huh, chat?
His teeth were so bad at one point he broke a tooth on a piece of pizza and used pliers to pull out the remaining chunk.
I used to be an animal, a degenerate, and a fiend. One time, I broke my tooth eating a pizza at Sam's Club, and I had to raid lead the Lich King Heroic. And the shard of the tooth that was...
Yes, he wears dentures. I'm pretty sure the front set of his teeth are all dentures, like fake teeth. Maybe not dentures, I think they're implants.
Still there was stabbing my tongue. And I went downstairs on the break for the raid, and I got a pair of pliers, and I broke that piece of my tooth off with pliers in my bathroom.
And on stream, he even mentioned that he has lost so many teeth between the ages of 21 to 28 that after getting all of them fixed, he now only has a single-digit amount of original teeth.
Yep.
Your face is more round? I actually think that...
Yeah, when you have a lot of teeth rotting out, you lose some of your original shape of your face, because you're... I forget what it's called again, I'm not a dentist, but it's like, it's something to do with like your jaw shape.
My face got a lot thinner whenever I was like I'd say like 21 to like 28 or so, because I lost all my teeth. But then, you know, now my face is probably about the same as it was like whenever I was younger, like even younger, like 16
the money
or 17,
to fix it,
because like I got the teeth replaced. So
too much soda. Yeah, he used to be really poor too, so like they didn't have insurance. I don't know if he ever pulls up the clip of it or where he talks about it, but I'm pretty sure he talked about it a couple of years ago, that the pain was so bad, but they didn't have money, and he just He just had teeth rotting out of his face, and he didn't want to deal with it.
So, like, you know, those muscles are in my face again. How many teeth did you lose? I have a single-digit number of actual real teeth left. So, like, I don't know how many you start with. I'm not sure. 32? Damn.
That was 36.
Damn, so I really fucked that shit up, huh?
And some people point out his teeth on stream as there's like something in them.
Let me see if something in your teeth. Yeah, that's called one of my teeth. Actually, let me see. That's on my teeth? No, that's fine.
No, you can tell some of them are fake.
No, it's supposed to be there, unfortunately. That's one of my teeth that I need to get fixed. It sucks.
His front teeth are definitely one of the implants.
There it is. Anyway, so let me see if something in your teeth. Yeah.
And he acknowledged.
Oh, by the way, fun fact. In Soviet Russia, my parents grew up really poor, and my mom's first 6 front teeth are fake. Because they didn't brush their teeth and they fell out, they ripped them out and just put in fake ones. Yep. They did not have great dental hygiene where they lived. My mom grew up in former Soviet Russia and Ukraine. Yeah. They didn't know what brushing teeth was. Yeah. And that's why my parents always told me to brush my teeth. Yeah. Wait, you're Russian? Nah, no way. You're 40? Oh my fucking god, you guys are so stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna ban you. You're getting banned for 30 minutes for typing that.
It's just a tooth that's rotting because he drinks so much soda and he doesn't drink water and it's foreign to him. And
wow, who the fuck drinks this shit? Yeah, just
I love
his
water.
Teeth are bad, man. It's tough to maintain the balance of your teeth. I've never had braces or anything. I've got pretty good teeth. It's because I brush them in deep water and all that. So yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff, by the way. And I'm no stranger to talking about Zach Asmongold. I've been a big fan of his antics for quite a while now. I brought him up with my girlfriend on the Some Ordinary podcast, and it was only a matter of time before he reacted to that.
Oh yeah,
and
I watched
he reacted to it, and I gotta give Zach credit here, dude. Like, obviously, I'm just poking fun. This dude's a internet legend. Like, this is it's a big ass meme, right? This whole thing is a big meme. This is one of the most interesting character traits anyone who's been famous on the internet has ever had, and it's funny and it's disgusting and weird, but you know, it's entertaining for sure. And I've got to give Zach credit for being able to acknowledge that he is in fact living quite poorly. He has acknowledged it repeatedly. He takes a shot on the chin like a champ, and it's really not a shot on the chin, to be honest. It's just like, what are you doing, man?
Well, and he also tells people not to live like him. It's not like he endorses it and is like, yeah, you should never clean your room. He's like, nah, man, I live like a goblin.
Seems bad. I also want to apologize for what I said in the Some Ordinary podcast. I said that Asmongold looked like you could feed him an apple through a fence because I was making a horse joke, and people got mad at me for making fun of the way that he looks. And I'm pretty sure that I heard one of his friends say that as a meme on stream at some point.
It's stupid. And when you have a really big fan base like that, like Asmon does, there's a lot of people that get so fucking defensive on his behalf. It's super cringe. Like, I get like getting upset if like, oh, I don't know, they say some heinous shit like, oh, you should die, right? Like, I think that's horrible, right? But teasing him like that, it's like, dude, like, come on, man. Like, clearly he respects him. Like, come on.
That's where I got it from. I didn't say that ever. I believe I picked that up from watching his content. I just meant it as a light joke. I wouldn't be making this video if I...
No, it's fans. Ignore the fans. Fans are stupid. Especially the ones on Reddit. Oh my lord.
Hated Asmongold or wanted to actually make him feel bad about himself outside of his dirty house and room. It's not cool to make fun of the way that someone looks, so I apologize for that, obviously. It does seem like, though, he is slowly improving his situation over time, and his lifestyle is getting better, but it's taken over a decade at this point, and
I'm impressed that he got a new mattress with Tectone and Emmy. Slowly? No, it's been an improvement.
It seems like he goes through a bit of an ebb and flow of maintaining his environment. I just want to know how his brain works. He's really good at WoW and organizing stuff in WoW, just not in Wheel Wife.
Wheel Wife?
Wheel Wife sucks. We do find out, thanks to this reaction, that the room we see him in the most is called the Lair, and that is the cleanest room. It's where he spends the most of his time.
Roach out.
And it's not in a good state though. Even here, it's pretty bad. So the other parts are probably worse or something like that. I don't know.
I wonder if he just has like a little den that he records in and he actually lives in like a normal place.
Oh my fucking god.
This is such a classic. People have been calling him out for years. Even Asmongold's editors did that joke years ago, where they had like a green screen collapse behind him, and it's just like a normal like house, but it's like set up so it looks like it's like a messy ass home. If only.
Where the fuck does this come from? This is not, no. You want to know that the truth is that this is the cleanest room in my house. Because this is the one I'm in all the time.
Oh.
It's the rest of the house that's bad.
It's true.
This is pretty good.
The kitchen's so bad, man.
It's not.
Also, when we brought him up on the Some Ordinary podcast, he says that he wanted to come on at some point, and maybe this video will encourage him to come on, dude. How about that? When are we getting him on, by the way?
When Asmongold is free, the dude streams like 36 hours of fucking
Yeah,
day.
Mudahar invited me on the podcast. I do want to go on there eventually. I just haven't done it before.
Cute.
I'll move it up so you guys can see him. Yeah, we don't want to miss out on him.
How about I spend a week with you in your house? That's what I would like to do and document the whole thing.
Oh my
That'd be really
god,
fun.
dude.
Be like,
that would be such good content. You'll die. Dude, I don't think Oompa could stand it. I think he would like contract scarlet rot and have to leave, because Emmy and Tectone spent a whole day in there and Emmy got a rash, I'm pretty sure. No, you can't go in there. You have to get like acclimated.
Camping in the wilderness. Imagine having a sleepover at Asmongold's house.
I don't know where I'd sleep.
Dude.
You wouldn't be safe anywhere, man.
There's just rats and shit everywhere. Assimilated organisms. The life of Asmon.
Another thing that kind of freaks me out about Asmon's house is because his mom was a chronic smoker, and you want to know what happens when you live in a house that isn't cleaned with like properly professionally cleaned. You get like this film of like smoke juice on your like roof where the smoke settles, and the yellow walls as well. Yeah, it's juice. It's like the smoke juice. It's like a little film. It's like sticky. Yeah, that's what freaks me out about it too. So, because I thought to myself, like, I'd strap myself to the roof somehow to try and sleep off the floor. And then I thought about it and I was like, wait a minute. That's probably not clean, so it's probably like nasty as hell.
Gold to me is really interesting because it goes to show that social media and this whole internet thing and making content on platforms like YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, whatever, it can change someone's life, absolutely elevate that person's life, and also it can happen to anybody. It can happen to anybody. I can't imagine Asmongold would find success in many other high success fields. I'm sure he could live a normal life. I'm sure of that. But like, you know, fucking being the salesman guy or the other, I don't know, some cringe shit. I'm not sure. Dude's nailed it as a content creator in spite of having rats in his house and cockroaches crawling on him and blood on the walls from his rotting teeth. Incredible. We also
Those are old stains too. He does not actively wipe his teeth with blood anymore. At least I don't think, because he has like all of them replaced anyway because he got the money to replace them. So I don't really understand why he doesn't just clean it up, man.
We talked about the fact that Zach only spends about 1% of his income, and that is on food and stuff for his job. In the same interview later on, it's brought up that he could just spend 2% of his income and completely revolutionize and change his life for the better.
He doesn't
do you
want
think
to.
spending that little is okay? Because you could spend 2% of the money you make.
And then what would it do?
Completely change your quality of life.
He could replace his bed, you know, the one he's had for 25 years.
How could that possibly happen?
Okay, invest in a good mattress.
They did that for content. Yep, they did this. They replaced that.
I have slept on this bed for 25 years.
Yep. And I feel like that bed has got to be fucking gross.
I don't know about
yeah.
that. I feel like it's nice. I like the bed.
He could hire a maid. That'd be really easy. Then he wouldn't have to surround himself with.
I slept on the same mattress for like 6 or 7 years, and eventually it just developed a dent in it that I couldn't get rid of, and it was fucking up my back to the point that I was streaming, and at one point my back pain was so bad right before I was getting my new mattress, I had to sleep on the floor because my back was like fucked up. Dengue just like you. Wow, thanks, chat. You have to flip it? I already did. It was dented on both of them.
Irritants, filth,
it was
mold, and
I already flipped it many times. It was getting to the point where it's like you should get a new one.
Contagions.
Get some maids, clean the house, right?
Deep clean his house. Clean the floors that are stained with food, rat remains, blood, drinks, shit, probably, and vomit.
Upgrade your showers to where showering is easier. Like, I'm getting a waterhead shower because I spend way too long because I'm a big guy and I just want it to fucking be done with. So waterhead, get me fucking soaked in seconds.
Yeah.
Like I do your mom.
I would love to sit down with this guy and just ask him so many questions. He's very fascinating to me. Is it laziness, stagnation, simple?
It's a little bit of mental illness, but you know, I think everyone is a little bit, you know. I think everyone is a little bit mentally ill, including me. I think he pushes things away because he doesn't want to deal with it. And I think that with time, I think he could probably get a little bit better.
Acceptance and surrender. Does he just have like a Buddhist mentality of just, I will accept all things that happen to me violently. He subjected himself to living in an unclean environment from habits that maybe they stemmed from necessity and doing the best that he could. I don't know. It's no longer the case because he makes so much money he can just hire someone to fix his problem. So it's got to be some kind of logical thing. I have no idea. Please wash your and your ass. Thank you, Zach.
Is that the PSA? Wash your pee-pee and your butt? Yeah, that was half of this video was just a PSA to clean yourself.